Hey everyone, it's Lena Howland. I'm reporting for ABC 10 today, and I am out here in French Camp at the Paulsen Ranch, and I'm joined now by kind of a local celebrity, some people might say, out here in San Joaquin County. I'm joined by a gentleman by the name of Pete Paulsen. Pete, say hello to everybody.
Hello everybody. Glad you're here, Lena.
Yes, wonderful. Well, Pete, thank you so much for joining us today. The reason why we are out here today is because we are kind of previewing your annual Bikes for Kids giveaway. This is his second year of doing this giveaway. Last year we were out here as well when Pete gave away about 30 refurbished bikes to kids in need here in San Joaquin County. And this year, because last year was so successful, it got a lot of attention, it got a lot of support in our community. This year he's preparing to give away about 100 refurbished bikes to kids in need this upcoming Saturday. So today is one of his busiest days because he, as you can see behind me here, he's very busy refurbishing some of these old bikes, very last minute, getting ready for the giveaway on Saturday. So Pete, I wanted to pull you aside just to ask you to talk about what's going on out here today.
Well, you pretty much, like I say, move the camera around, you can see all the people back to work.
Yep.
And like I say, we should have, keep my fingers crossed, over 100 bikes, over 100. And like I say, we'll still may have some bikes left over next week. If for some reason, if a child shows up and the bike's not done, we'll put his name on it and make sure he gets it next week or two before Christmas.
Perfect. So let's take a look inside real quick, or let's show people what's happening behind us. So this is one of the couple of stations that they have set up right now at the Paulsen Ranch. We're kind of at the Sparkle and the Shine station. This is the end phase of the process. So maybe we'll come back to this.
I like that, Sparkle and Shine.
Oh, did I just create that?
Yes, I like that.
We're at the Sparkle and the Shine
this
station.
Is Sparkle and Shine station.
Okay, so
That's
Pete,
the
I'm going to pull you inside just a little bit because it's starting to sprinkle on us. Pete, we'll pull you inside. And so tell us a little bit about these bikes. These are bikes that people were getting ready to throw away, or maybe they were just getting ready to donate. Maybe they were collecting rust in your backyard. And Pete had the pretty fortunate task of being able to take some of these bikes in, and he's refurbishing them, getting them ready to give away to other kids in need that wouldn't otherwise have a bike. So Pete, can you talk about that process and sort of the importance of recycling some of those bikes, if we want to take a step?
Well, there's a lot of bikes that people have, maybe children have outgrown, they got too big, so it's a small bike is just laying around.
Yeah.
Or you got, maybe somebody's had a bike and they got tired with a different bike, or sometimes they change their mind, don't feel like riding anymore, and somebody just laying in the back of the garage or laying in the back of the barn somewheres, or something, like I say, the kids kind of trashed them, so we use those bikes for parts to help in our, what do you call it, sparkling and
The Sparkle and the Shine section.
The Sparkle and the Shine. So we put those picks up in the other garage. When once we get them all together, they come to the Sparkle and Shine department.
Okay, that's right. So Pete, we're gonna kind of walk through your garage, and we're gonna go to the first phase of this section.
Okay.
So he has multiple different workstations happening right now at his ranch right now. It's called Paulsen Ranch. You'll know the name if you're in the hot rod community, because Pete Paulsen over here, he actually hosts a hot rod show here every summer,
party, right.
a hot rod party. So he's pretty well known in this area of San Joaquin County. So right now we are over in sort of the first section here. And this is where all of the bikes are collected. These are some of the donated bikes.
Pretty much. There's still another building full of bikes.
There's still another building that we haven't even
yes.
seen yet, full of some of these donated bikes. And what these gentlemen are doing over here, they're sort of in the first phase of mechanics. This is one of our volunteers that I had the pleasure of interviewing earlier. He saw a post about this on the San Joaquin County Sheriff's Department Facebook page. And he's a bike enthusiast himself. He knows how to fix up some of these bikes. The sheriff's office put out sort of a call for need for people to come out and help Pete with some of these bikes. And this gentleman was like, of course, I'm retired. I'm not doing anything. I'd love to help. So we're just kind of showing him in his process right now. Can you tell us what you were doing?
Well, this is the next bike I just started.
Okay.
So right now I'm going to remove this so I can replace the tube. And so I'm going to remove the back tire, replace the tube, I think we're gonna put some grips on it, and then it's gonna go over to shine.
Okay.
This bike didn't need that much work.
Shine and sparkle. That's the
Shine
And
and
so,
sparkle.
what's the name of this station? I named the other one the Sparkle and Shine Station. What is this? The Mechanics Station?
The mechanics, that's a good one.
Okay, so we're at the Mechanics Station right now, and even this gentleman who I interviewed last year, he's over here. He's working on some of the tires, so he's fixing those up. He's making sure those still run. So that's some pretty incredible work, if you ask me. They have a good setup. They're under a tent or they're in the garage because it is starting to sprinkle on us. Pete, I'm going to have a step just inside just a little bit. And then you can come on over to me on this side.
Okay.
So how cool is this? This is so incredible to show that process.
It's awesome that you're doing it. That's the best part, and it's good to see you again.
That's right. And he says that because we were out here last year on Pete's very first year of doing this. And as I mentioned in the beginning of this Facebook Live, Pete had about 30 bikes to give away last year, which was still an incredible number of refurbished bikes that would have otherwise been maybe thrown away. And here, he's giving away more than 100 bikes this upcoming Saturday that he or some of his volunteers have actually gone in and fixed up all on their own.
Correct.
So, very incredible.
Yes.
So, Pete, I have to ask you, this sounds like it's a labor of love. What does this project mean to you?
Satisfaction, I guess. I mean, you see, like this pile of, I guess you could word junk, I guess, in a sense. The time they get through, putting in a new tube, a little spit and shine, or the sparkle and
The sparkle and shine, not
sparkle.
spit and shine.
Oh, I'm sorry, sparkles. Anyhow, you take these, older bikes and clean them up, and then when some, child gets to have it again, and maybe some child wouldn't be having a bike, it gets the bike because of this, and when they could have been just laying around in some place in the garage or backyard and doing nothing, now they have a second life.
And tell us what is going on this upcoming Saturday.
Oh boy. Well, from 10 o'clock in the morning until 3 p.m. in the afternoon, we're doing the giveaway. It's open to all kids, all ages, and we don't care, whatever, just come up, you need a bike, you get a bike. We're gonna have Santa Claus here, hot chocolate, cookies. I got Forgotten food truck will be here, so if the people happen to show up, maybe they're extra hungry.
Sure.
Got great food. Hoping to have, the weather's good, have a few custom cars on display to look at as well. And give away a bunch of bikes.
Wonderful. And so, as he just mentioned, if you need a bike, this is where you can get a bike. If you wouldn't normally be able to afford a bike for, say, your kids at Christmas, this is the place where you would want to come in San Joaquin County. People don't have to sign up ahead of time, is that correct?
Just show up, no questions asked.
Just show up, no questions asked.
I prefer that, like I say, it's somebody that can't afford a bike, if you can afford one and stuff, you're taking advantage of somebody who can't afford one. So I hope that doesn't happen, which I'm pretty sure that most people use common sense, and it'll go to the people that need them as well.
So it's kind of like they're coming here on the honor system that these are families in need.
Correct.
And so for a lot of these families, these are people that these are for kids that might not have anything under their tree to unwrap on Christmas morning. And they are being invited out here to come pick out a bike.
Correct, yeah. And there's a few mothers that are going to come out there. We have to bring our child. I said I'd really prefer it. But if you can't and need a bike, then they'll still give you a bike, I had a gentleman call me yesterday on the phone, and he's doing it. Oh, Pete, I need 20 bikes. I said, 20 bikes? Yeah, I'm doing a giveaway. I said, well, that's what I'm doing. Well, can I get 20 bikes from you? I said, no. I said, what do you mean no? I said, I'm doing the giveaway at my ranch. He said, well, can the kids come out there? I said, of course.
Sure.
I said, that's why if I gave you, you'd be defeating my purpose,
Sure.
Plus, I want to do all the work to give him to give away. Let him do his own work.
Sure, absolutely.
That's not
Okay.
very nice.
And so just while we still have quite a few people watching this Facebook Live, if people see this video and they're like, wow, this is an incredible program, and I would like to help Pete with his mission to give away bikes to kids in need, what do they need to know? How can they still help you before Saturday morning?
Well, we're in the shop here during the day up until 3 o'clock, so we still got tomorrow. And I could still use some people on Saturday to help on maybe directing traffic, helping the kids pick out a bike, people coming in, make sure they get parked correctly, where we're at, who's going on. At the same time, I could use some financial help if anybody feels generous. We also have a Bikes for Kids GoFundMe account.
So all they have to do is look up Bikes for Kids on GoFundMe, and that's where they'll find this?
Correct.
And you'll see Pete Paulsen's name attached to that?
I believe so,
Or the
yes.
Paulsen Ranch name attached to that?
Or they can send it directly to me here or bring it out here. We have a box sitting next to the tree. If somebody wants to help, I mean, any little bit helps. I mean, we've had the gentleman just missed earlier just bought $120 out. He's a retired colonel, Steve Spinola, nice guy. He's been very long-time supporter of mine.
Aww.
And we've had some people there. But then, I don't need $100 sponsors, $20, $10, $5. They all add up. Every little bit counts.
And the reason why he's talking about that, the funding part of it, is because earlier I found out when I was doing my formal TV interview with Pete, he mentioned that this is so much of a labor of love for him that this is something he has funded out of his own pocket. All of these repairs that you see, all of the new parts that you see, that's coming from his own checkbook.
Oh yeah, Walmart loves me.
He's become a regular at our Walmart here in San Joaquin County in the French Camp area, just by buying some of these new parts with pretty much only his own money. Obviously, he's not necessarily asking for everybody's help, but every little bit counts.
Yeah, I mean, just a little bit there goes a long ways.
Yep.
And like I said, the media has been so great. I appreciate so much what you've done and some of the other
Sure.
media channels and newspaper. It's been so awesome this year,
Sure.
the coverage we've gotten. And the Sheriff's Department, I can't believe it. When you think of the Sheriff's Department, oh my goodness,
Yeah.
you don't want to hear it from it. This time I was super happy to hear it from, and it's just, thanks to them, we got a bunch of volunteers.
Good. And we're even, I'm reading some of the comments that you guys are putting in here live. Somebody's saying, I wish I could donate a couple of bikes or parts. Are you still accepting any donations of bikes or parts?
Because we're going to do this a full time
Okay.
next year. I mean, even during the year,
Okay.
next year we'll have bikes. If a kid gets a bike stolen or needs one for a paper route or it's his birthday and the parents can't afford one, there'll be bikes available all year round next year. That's my goal. We've applied for a nonprofit license or whatever you call it, and hopefully that once we get that 501, we can draw some major sponsors that'll help a lot, and then maybe we might be able to buy some new bikes even next year. Who knows?
Oh, wow. Absolutely incredible.
And then we'll see next year as well, hopefully.
Yeah, that's right.
Make it our annual date.
That's right. You heard it here first. It's our annual date. Okay, and so if people do see this and they have donations to drop off, where can they bring those parts, those bikes, those financial donations? Where do they bring them to?
Well, if they're mailing something like a check, they mail it to my P.O. Box, which is 66 French Camp, California, 95231. Or they can come out to the Rancher, which is at 1504 West Bowman Road. Again, French Camp. We're just west of I-5 and Matthews Road.
Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Well, I know a lot of people in our community are going to be very thankful for this come Saturday morning. I know this is going to take a lot of pressure off of quite a few parents in our community here in San Joaquin County that might not be able to otherwise afford a bike for their kids this Christmas. And this is coming in just a week and a half before Santa is supposed to come on Christmas morning. So, the timing of this could not be any better.
That's why he's making a pit stop here first up and by to help us out on his way to refurbish and get another load for Christmas.
Exactly. Filling up that sleigh, huh?
Yes.
Okay. Any other final messages that you want to let people know about before we sign off?
No, I just want to thank you so much, and our new what we call a newbie or your assistant. What's that
My
say?
new assistant. I'm training a new reporter here with us,
Right,
and he's
so-
kind of helping to film this today.
Hope we see him again next year as well, or
That's
maybe the
right.
hot rod party you guys come out.
That's right. Maybe we'll team up on that, huh?
Yeah, and hope you guys enjoy those oranges too.
Okay, well, great. Well, Pete, thank you very much for hosting us out here and sharing your story with us. I think it's a very important one for San Joaquin County. Again, for those families in need that see this video, if you do need a bike and you can't otherwise afford one, come on out to the Paulsen Ranch in French Camp on Saturday morning at 10 o'clock.
Between 10 and 3, yeah.
Between 10 and 3, that's what time Santa is coming out here, and that's what time he's going to have more than 100 refurbished bikes that are sparkling, beautiful, and ready to ride. So Pete, thank you again for joining us. We appreciate your time. We'll share this on our Facebook page, and you will see a full report on this on ABC 10 coming up at 5 and 6 o'clock tonight.
Yay.
So for now, I'm Lena Howland reporting in French Camp for ABC 10.